All right, this is part 3. We're kind of finishing it up. You were supposed to have your front design done. You were supposed to have your inside design done with Happy Valentine's Day with a border. Any other? You were supposed to leave this open because that's what we're going to do today in part 3 here. And so this is where you're supposed to be. If you're not, don't panic. You can catch up. Just be sure it's done before Valentine's Day so you can give it to the person you're thinking of giving it to. So, what's our next step? Well, our next step is any last details. So I'm going to, thinking I'm going to add this ribbon, in fact I'm going to use blue because I use blue on here, is the fact of I'm going to have to cut another notch here. So I'm going to cut a notch here, little triangle knot, not very big, just to feed it through. So I want to do that. Let's see, down in and met here. Let's see if that works. I'm guessing. I've done it different ways. If you'll have a hole punch, you could do a punch hole type of thing. But I've cut little triangles out. There, okay. So that's going to be there. Maybe I want to round these corners off a little bit. So any last little things that you might want to do, this is the time to do it. Okay. So let's say I'm done. Yep, that's the way I want it. Yep. I think I'm done. Okay. So now what do I do? Well, if you just use the white paper like this, you can add your ribbon in here. You can feed it through the hole. And you have to figure out how you want to do this. Do you want to go all the way across and back through this way? And how much? You know, if you got too much, you could trim it off. You could do it that way. See? And then you close it up. You could reverse it where it comes on the inside instead of the outside. So try, figure it out. It's all trial and error. Maybe you need another couple holes or something. Maybe you want to go in and out type of thing. I don't know. So again, it's just having fun and see how you want it. See, maybe like that instead. So it's more like this, see. That just adds a little bit of, And if you want to tie it on to something, you could tie this together. I always give my wife a Valentine's card, and it's tied onto a silk rose that you can buy at the Dollar Tree for $1 or something. So you can, whatever. So, so those are the things you can have fun with in adding things like a ribbon. If you use the colored paper and you did your lettering on here, what you're going to do now is put it inside. Remember, it was supposed to be smaller? See, now you got a blue border. So now, how do I glue this down correctly? Well, here's your glue. And be sure it's clean on top. Close it up and take out the excess glue if there's any. And you're going to put dots of glue on it. Okay, so you're going to do here, dot, 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 dot. Just a little bit. You know what? You're not gluing a house together. You're just gluing a piece of paper to a piece of paper. So you don't need very much glue. Notice I'm only going down the outside. I'm not putting anything in the middle. It's going to mess it all up. It's going to crinkle it. And then I'm going to do that half, and I'm going to put it down, be sure it's in the fold, be sure it's even on both sides, and then I'm going to take my finger and push it down. Notice I'm doing it more than one time. You know, if I'm pushing down and spreading out that glue. That's all you need. Now, you could put more designs in there. So you open it up, see that? Oh, that you could do that. Or you could go ahead and glue that down. Okay. So think about that one. So if I'm going to glue it, I'm going to go ahead and glue, 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 dot, 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 and then push it down. Okay. And so it stays down that like that. But again, you can make a card inside of a card. That'd be cool. So there's an option. Okay. Now, again, don't use too much glue. The biggest mistake is putting too much glue and then you push it down and it squirts out all over the place and it's messy. And let me tell you, it just makes you turn a nice card into an ugly card. So don't go too fast. Slow it down and figure out what you're going to do. Okay. So let's say your card's done. I'm done. All right. Well, then remember what you're going to do is you're going to take maybe your favorite color. My favorite color is blue, and I'm going to say, I'm going to sign it. Don't print it, sign it. Then over here, I'm going to put a special message. In my handwriting, hope you had a special day. Okay. There's my card. Well, now I need to make an envelope. Okay. So I'm going to take another copy paper and make an envelope. Okay. What this is, what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to take it and I'm going to start folding in half, but I'm going to back off a little bit. Oh, probably about, notice about 3/4 of an inch. Not way up here, down a little bit more. Okay, be sure your sides match. Press down the middle, go to the right, go to the left. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to fold both sheets. I'm going to fold it up a little bit. Remember, when you fold your creases, you got to go over 2 or 3 times. Then I'm going to turn it around, go this way, to the other side. So I've done 3 folds so far. I've done the first fold, not all the way to the top, back it off, about 3/4 of an inch. Then I folded the right side, folded the left side, but I did turn my paper, and so I'm working always down here. Don't try to fold it this, turn your paper, okay? Now I'm going to open it up, and if you want to make a little mark up here, I'm going to put a T for top. Okay, so that's my top. I'm going to fold it down, open it up. I'm going to cut this part off. You take your scissors and cut this off. And when I get down to the fold, I'm going to cut it at a 45-degree angle. See that? It doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of at a 45. I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side, on the left side. On the opposite side, cut it down, and then when I get to the fold, I'm going to cut it at about a 45-degree angle. Then I'm going to fold it back up, and notice where this tip is. I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut a 45. I'm going to cut this all the way across like that. Watch it again. Here's the corner, and I'm going to, if you want to draw it, that's fine. Sometimes it's draw your line like that. So there it is. So, and I'm going to cut that off. Okay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold this over. That's my flap. Okay, so now it's all cut out, it's all folded. Now I get to glue. Take the glue, fold this in, and remember, close it up, clean it all out, open it back up again, and I'm putting dots of glue on there. Not too much. Turn it, fold this in, this side in, dots of glue. Just dab it lightly. You don't want glue going all over the place. Then I'm going to close this up. Press it down. And there's my envelope. See? Press it down, and then my card will fit inside. I like my envelopes a little bit bigger because, you know, you have all this little extra stuff or whatever, and you don't have to worry about making it the exact size. So it fits in nicely like that. And then put all that in there. Then you can either glue this a little bit, just a little bit, or you could tape it. Tape it closed. Now, before you're done, be sure that it's okay. You got to put person's name on the front, don't you? So you put the person's name on there. So you can do this freehand. It doesn't have to be perfect or whatever. So, and I'm going to write, we had an exchange student a couple years ago, so I'll write her name. Her name is Keta. She's from the Republic of Georgia. And we still keep in touch with her. We talk to her every weekend, video chat with her. So I'm going to go ahead and write her name on here because we're going to send her a card. So her name is Keta. K-E-T-A. I'm going to make a different type of E. So you write the name first, add your curls, I always like to add a little heart here. Okay. Then if you want to shadow it, you can take another color. I'm going to take, she likes blue, so I'll add blue in here. Shadow on the left and the bottom of the lines. So again, anytime you do any lettering, slow it down, think what you're doing, pay attention to the letter next to the letter you're writing to so you can be sure that it's correct in proportion and so forth. And design the front of your envelope. Make that special. It doesn't take very long, but it sure adds a lot. Then up here you can put to Keta if you want. So and I usually like to make that kind of generic and just to Keta because I don't want to make that too fancy because I want the concentration of what's fancy is her name, not the word to. So, and then I go back and see if there is any other little curls or something I want to add in there. So make the envelopes. And then the other thing, I can go ahead and make a border. Borders add a lot, and they're not very hard to do. Now, what I like to do is take the ruler, slow it down, and I don't connect the corners because then I can add some curls in the corners if I want. See? So here I drew in there, and it's not perfect, but it's, whatever. Nobody's going to go, ooh, it's crooked. But then you can do something in the corners here, So make a simple envelope, but do something with it then. So again, see, I didn't measure, I just left them open. Everyone was probably different, but I'm not worried about that. Okay. And then you know what? I forgot one thing on here. Don't forget, on the back of your card, put the year. 2021. So 30 years from now, after they've saved your card, going, God's sakes, when did my friend give me this card? Oh, it was in 2021, whatever. See, you could even add handmade by Mr. T. Some of you had me, Mr. Tomlinson was too long to say, so it was always Mr. T. So you can put that on the back. So I always like to put the year on there. So, and there you go. You got a very nice card, handmade, special for the person you're giving it to. You thought about the colors, you add a little bit of ribbon, you signed it, you added a special message, you added a nice border that you drew, you cut out a border, you made an awesome envelope with your lettering and a border, and it all fits together. And is that going to be special or what? If you do something like that, awesome.